There's about 6,000 young people homeless on any one night in Western Australia. The official stats are hard to come by, but that's what the estimates are. That's a huge number, and obviously for young people, a really big problem. Homelessness as an experience is one that's really isolating. Young people, it's not so much about not having a roof over your head, it's about not being connected to a community. It's about feeling like you have nowhere to go. And that's why we need something like Foyer Oxford.
Anglicare is really excited about Foyer Oxford. It's a project which we think is making a statement about the way services should be run. It's making a statement that young people in our community are really important, and for them to move on with their lives, they actually need stable accommodation and they need wraparound support services to make their lives stable enough and aspirational enough that they can move on with their life and move on to independence in terms of employment in their own independent accommodation. It's an exciting concept, but it's actually eloquently logical.
So Foundation Housing has been really privileged and excited to be involved in the Foyer Oxford. Firstly, and obviously for the fantastic outcomes that are being achieved for young homeless people in the state. Also, it was the wonderful opportunity to work with the partners that we worked with to make this happen, and we'll continue to work with. And we have built a really solid basis for hopefully repeating this model across WA.
Central's involved, I guess, in two respects. The first being that the foyer is located adjoining the Leederville campus here, and we see it as being very much part of our campus. And I think it was important right from the start that the residents were part of a very aspirational learning environment. Secondly, there's a program that was specifically designed by Central for the residents at Foyer called Jumpstart, whereby every single resident receives individual attention, whereby their skills and their attributes are identified. They're then supported with literacy and numeracy skills and then put on a pathway to either education, training or employment.
The government's Place to Call Home initiative seeks to find dwellings and support for 600 homeless people who have specific needs, and this was part of that whole approach. So the homeless youth come here and they're provided with subsidised rental, but also all the important elements of support that they need to provide them with the resources to go on to lead a healthy and fulfilling life. This impressive facility has been achieved through partnership with the government, education and non-for-profit sectors working together to produce a really impressive outcome.
You end up in Foyer and it's only going to get better from there. You know, when you have support from all kind of angles, if you want to get somewhere, it's made a lot more accessible. The way it's all set up is perfect. I really respect how, you know, there is something like this in Perth.
I know when I came here, I had like a vague idea of what I wanted to do, but I had nothing set in stone. So coming here, they helped me, like the case managers and whatnot, helped me to understand where I wanted to be and what I needed to do to get there and to keep you on track probably. Like they were really helpful in those areas.
As Mabel said, whether it's personal or like work or school, TAFE, yeah, they're always there to help you.
We're very proud to be associated with Foyer Oxford. I mean, you know, we think that what this is doing to folk that just haven't had the privileges that a lot of people have had, and you know the way that this is uplifting their lives, and the outcome has been an 85% success rate in terms of people actually leaving the home and actually going into their own accommodation and now making a contribution to society as opposed to being reliant on society.
The young people who live at Foyer blow the stereotypes of homelessness out of the water. These aren't young people who you would see traditionally, the kind of no hope or homeless person that you'd see. These are young people who are chasing their dreams, working hard to get where they want to be. I think what I love to see when young people leave here with success is that they feel like they've done it all themselves. And that's where we want to head with it, is that it's not about Foyer, it's about what that young person's able to achieve for themselves. And hopefully we've helped a little bit along the way.